The impending revelation, how alien disclosure could trigger a global financial meltdown. Today I stand before you to address a topic that might sound like science fiction, but is grounded in a very real warning from financial experts. We're talking about the potential disclosure of extraterrestrial life, aliens, UFOs, or whatever you want to call them, and how it would send shockwaves through our economy, potentially causing a massive financial crisis. This isn't just wild speculation, it's based on a recent alert from Helen McCaw, a former senior analyst at the Bank of England, who has urged the UK Central Bank to prepare for this very scenario. She believes disclosure is coming very, very soon, especially from the United States, and the fallout could be catastrophic. First, let's set the stage. Who is Helen McCaw, and why should we listen to her? She's not some fringe conspiracy theorist. McCaw spent a decade at the Bank of England, working as a senior analyst in financial security until 2012. Her job was to help plan for economic crisis. Think things like bank failures or market crashes. Recently, in January 26, she wrote a letter to Andrew Bailey, the current governor of the Bank of England, warning him to get ready for what she calls an inevitable announcement about alien life. She points to the U.S. government, which she says is already in the middle of a multi-year process to declassify information about the UAP programs, which is the official term for UFOs. With recent hearings, whistleblower testimonies, and leaked documents, McCaw believes the White House could drop this bombshell any day now, under the current administration or the next. Now, you might be thinking, aliens? Really? How does this connect to my wallet or the stock market? That's a fair question. Our economy is like a giant house of cards built on trust, stability, and predictability. People invest in stocks, save in banks, and buy homes because they believe the system will keep chugging along. But imagine waking up to undeniable proof, maybe videos, artifacts, or even live beings showing that we're not alone in the universe. This isn't just a cool sci-fi movie, it's a paradigm shift that could shatter our sense of reality. McCaw warns that this revelation could lead to extreme price volatility in financial markets due to catastrophic euphoria or fear, and a collapse in confidence. In simple words, panic or wild excitement could make markets go haywire, and people might lose faith in the entire system overnight. So let's dive deeper into how this could play out, step by step, in everyday terms. First, the immediate shock. Psychological panic. Picture this. The news breaks. Aliens are real, and governments have known for decades. For many, this challenges deeply held beliefs about religion, science, history, and humanity's place in the cosmos. Some folks might react with fear. Are they hostile? Is this the end times? Others with euphoria. This changes everything. New tech, new worlds. But either way, McCaw says that within hours, we could see the total financial instability. Why? Because when people freak out, they act impulsively with their money. Think back to the early days of the COVID-19 pandemic. Toilet paper hoarding, stock sell-offs, and supply shortages. Multiply that by 1,000 for something as mind-blowing as aliens. People might rush to withdraw cash from banks, fearing societal collapse. This is called a bank run, when everybody pulls their money out at once. Banks can't handle that, and they fail. McCaw specifically warns of bank collapses as a risk. In the UK or US, that could mean queues at ATMs, frozen accounts, and domino effects where one bank's failure triggers others. Second, market volatility. Stocks, bonds, and everything in between crashing or spiking wildly. Our global economy is interconnected like a web. If disclosure hits, investors might dump. That could mean investors might dump stocks in industries that seem obsolete, like oil companies if aliens bring free energy tech, or defense firms if it turns out we've been reverse engineering UFOs. On the flip side, there could be a rush to safe havens like gold, which people buy when they're scared, or cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, which some see as decentralized and alien-proof. McCaw highlights extreme price volatility, meaning prices could swing up and down by huge percentages in minutes. Remember the 2008 financial crisis? That was triggered by bad loans. This could be worse because it's not just economic, it's existential. Stock markets could halt trading. Retirement funds like the 401ks or pensions could lose half their value overnight. And small businesses might shut down if credit dries up. Third, supply chain breakdowns and inflation. If panic leads to civil unrest, as McCaw warns could happen, think protests, riots, or even people quitting jobs to prepare for the end. Then factories stop producing, trucks stop delivering, and shelves go empty. This is like a snowball effect. Fear causes hoarding, which causes shortages, which drives up prices. Food, gas, medicine, everything gets more expensive. Global trade could freeze if countries close borders out of the paranoia about alien threats. And if disclosure reveals advanced alien tech, entire industries could become irrelevant, leading to massive job losses. Imagine if aliens have unlimited clean energy. Goodbye fossil fuels. Hello unemployment for millions in oil, coal, and gas sectors. Fourth, the loss of institutional trust. Governments and banks run on credibility. If it's revealed that world leaders hid alien contact for decades, people might say, if they lied about this, what else are they lying about? This erodes confidence in currencies like the dollar or pound. In extreme cases, it can lead to a shift away from traditional money toward bartering or a digital alternative. McCaw emphasizes that banks and government might not be properly briefed on this, meaning they're caught off guard, amplifying the chaos. A collapse in confidence could mean hyperinflation, where money becomes worthless, or deflation, where everything grinds to a halt. But is this all doom and gloom? Not entirely. Some see opportunities like Bitcoin rush, if people flock to crypto as a hedge. Or in the long term, alien tech could boost the economy with innovations in medicine, energy, or travel. However, McCaw's point is that short-term shock could be horribly bad, potentially worse than any crisis we've seen, because it's unprecedented. She urges contingency plans, stress testing banks, stockpiling reserves, and communicating calmly to prevent panic. So why is disclosure coming very, very soon? McCaw points to the U.S. efforts like the 2025 UAP reports and whistleblowers like David Grush claiming non-human biologics, with political shifts including a possible Trump return emphasizing transparency. The dam might break. But skeptics argue this sounds absurd. After all, we've had UFO stories for years without markets crashing. Media reports vary. Some treat it seriously, others with a wink, assuming bias toward sensationalism. Yet McCaw's expertise makes her warning hard to ignore. Alien disclosure isn't just about little green men, it's about our fragile economic system facing the unknown. Helen McCaw's alert is a wake-up call. Prepare now or risk a meltdown that affects us all. From Wall Street to Main Street in Bluffton, South Carolina, let's demand our leaders plan ahead, stay informed, and build resilience. The stars might hold wonders, but down here, we need to protect our future. Thank you for your attention. And if you have questions, leave them in the comments. Like and subscribe, guys. Have a great day.